What's up, Raider Nation? This is Polo Rodriguez, president of the Santa Maria Black Hole chapter, and you're watching OakTown Legends, only on the Raider Homer channel.
What's up, Raider Nation? This is the Violator. You're watching the Raider Homer channel.
What up, Raider Nation? This is RM4 Life at RM4Lifer.com. Always repping Los Compas. You're watching OakTown Legends only on the Raider Homer channel. Go Raiders!
What's up, Raider Nation? This is the Talking Raider Shield, and you're watching OakTown Legends only on the Raider Homer channel.
Woo! What's up, Raider Nation? Welcome to OakTown Legends here on the Raider Homer channel. I'm Raider Homer, and today we are celebrating the birth of the Oakland Raiders and the fans that made the Oakland Tailgates legendary. Now, some of the people on tonight's show have been strong supporters of the Raider Homer channel, and the key words that I continue to hear from these legends are words like tradition, culture, dedication, and of course, unity. Now, these are the people that started and carried on all the tailgating traditions throughout the years, and I believe it's important to pay tribute to the legacy that the Oakland fan base has built for the Raider Nation. Alright, so kick back and relax, because this is going to be a marathon, not a sprint, as it should be. After all, we're about to hear from people that would wait outside the stadium from the early morning hours until well after the game. So like I said, be sure to grab that beer, kick back, and enjoy these tales from the Oaktown. Alright, first up is longtime supporter of the Raider Homer channel, Cisco Kid. And for the first time on the Raider Homer channel, we are going to hear from Metal Cindy and Raider Man. Now, I know all y'all know who Metal Cindy and Raider Man are. Again, some Oaktown legends, new guests on tonight's show, and I appreciate Cisco Ortega for setting all that up. So, here we go, Raider Nation. Let's go ahead and get to the first caller, and here we go.
we've moved and come back. Our colors don't change. We're silver and black. Commitment to excellence starts up every year. No powers on earth will drown out our cheer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of our mighty silver and black, and unto these colors for which we stand, greater nation under a groove, with free speech and liberty. Remember the tools. He who has ears, let him hear. I hereby declare I am a Raiders fan. I am a Raiders
touchdown brings me to my feet, I'm fine. I'm not a fan who sits his ass at home. No, no, no. I'm a Raider fan. Raider fan. Everyone's got their game faces on. Oh! South Shield's the kind of place you can bring the kids. We got food and drink as well, and a rockin' band to cheer them. Raiderhead! It ain't rocket science, you can understand. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm a Raider fan. Raider fan. It's where everybody has a real good time. Till a touchdown brings me to my feet, I'm fine. I'm not a fan who sits his ass at home. No, no, no. I'm a Raider fan. Raider fan. Everyone's got their game faces on. It's where everybody has a real good time. Till a touchdown brings me to my feet, I'm fine. I'm not a fan who sits his ass at home. No, no, no. I'm a Raider fan. Raider fan. Everyone's got their game faces on. Raider fan. And it's where everybody has a real good time. Raider fan. Oh, and everybody has a real good time. Raider fan. And everybody has a real good time. Raider fan. Oh, and everybody has a real good time. Real good time. Raider fan. And everybody has a real good time. Raider fan. And everybody has a real good time. Yeah. And everybody has a real good time. Everybody has a real good time. Real good time. I give a shout out to the Raider Nation. If you don't like it, then you better go back. I welcome you to the congregation, to the church of silver and black. We're hanging out at the tailgate party. Someone's barbecuing up a chicken leg. And all the beautiful senoritas. And my homies are chilling with a king.
All right, cool. All right, sorry about that, y'all. I had some technical difficulties, so I went ahead and moved on to the call to test the call. Cisco, we're gonna have to get with y'all a little bit later on if possible. Cindy, I understand if you can't make it back, but we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next call, which is with Thor, Q, and Mr. Nicely Seasoned from Superhood Tailgate. This is OakTown legends, so we want to celebrate the legends that made the tailgates legendary, right? So we're going to talk a little bit with them and find out what their tailgate was all about and get some stories about OakTown Pirate, So stay tuned. I'm going to go ahead and get everything lined up with these guys and enjoy this song.
The autumn wind is a pirate, is a raider.
Yo, ho, ho, you make the people glad when you're
The autumn wind is a pirate, is a raider.
Some of us went kinda mad when you're
on glass bottles, just having some fun. At all the Raider vets, all the tailgates and games. Old school Raider vets, everybody knows your name. It's the pirate, he's the leader of the ship. Swashbuckling Raider Nation castaways, so none of them slip. Fieldside seats, roaring at the games. And in the nightclub, just going insane. I remember the last time that I seen you, downtown Huntington Beach. You was dancing with your queen too. After the Raider bonfire at Colonies, we were sent there to party with the Raider Nation Army. Alarming how we could turn the dance out from the windows to the wall, make them all scream and shout, shout. That's what I'm talking about. Rest in peace, pirate man, your spirit got down.
OakTown Pirate, Rumfo Dub. Yo, we miss you. We out here repping Raider Nation for life. Not quite how you did, but you were so unique. I want to let you know, it's an honor knowing you, my brother. Yo, you make the people glad when you're so bad.
Cause we miss you.
The autumn wind is a pirate, is a raider.
All right, Raider Nation, we are back carrying on with OakTown Legends 2021. Again, OakTown Legends is about celebrating the birth of the Oakland Raiders and the fans that made the Oakland Tailgates legendary. It's very important to make sure that the Oakland fan base is well respected and everything that they've done as far as tradition and culture and dedication is remembered and kept as a part of the Raider Nation. So with that being said, we got Thor, Q, and Mr. Nicely Seasoned on right now to talk about the Super Hood Tailgate. So I appreciate you guys coming on. But before we get started, Mr. Nicely Seasoned, this is your first time on the Raider Homer channel. And on the Raider Homer channel, we're all about world building. So I'd like to get the guests on to talk first about why and how they became Raider fans and what led them to do what they do for the Raider Nation to elevate the game day experience. So let's start with you, Mr. Nicely Seasoned. How and when did you become a Raider fan, and what led you to your love of barbecuing?
What's up, Raider Homer, Thor, my boy Quiet Q, Super Hood folks, the Nicely Seasoned folks. Glad to be on. Thank you for letting me come in and give my spiel. But basically, I moved to California in '82 from Louisiana, and that's when all my sports things started right there. So I've been Raiders ever since basically Marcus Allen got there. Love the silver and black. I bleed the silver and black. And basically no other team matters to me when it comes to football. You know, I don't care about nobody's team but my Raiders. So, you know, getting out there and tailgating, we started with Thor and Super Hood, but then, you know, just talking to my boy Quiet Q, and then have some other homies that, you know, like to get down at the Raiders game. It's like, okay, you know, I grill, so let me make it do what it do. So got out there, started tailgating, and, you know, we was doing it, like, big. You know, we wasn't just no chicken and hot dog type of thing. We'd be out there with king crab legs, rack of lamb, jumbo prawns, tri-tip, salmon, live lobster, you know, and with all the sides. We even go out there, you know, fry some fish and some party wings, and we have certain things for our tailgate. But it became very big, and then everybody would be like, man, Chuck, you might as well go ahead and get your restaurant, man. The food's so good. So I thought about the whole restaurant thing, the overhead, and, you know, the insurance and all that. So I was like, man, that's going to be a bit much right there. So I'm like, let me try this catering thing. It's something I can control and do by myself. So I started Mr. Nicely Seasoned Catering, and it actually came from tailgating at the Raiders game. And like I said, we out there with big food, big drink, music, and like every year we would try to upgrade the tailgate. You know, me, Q, and the boys. You know, do we need a new TV? Do we need a new music system? We need more canopies. etc. So we will always try to upgrade the tailgate, but the food was always on point. You know, nobody was out there cooking like the Mr. Nicely Season Raider Nation tailgate convoy. Like I said, who's out there with live lobster and king crab, jumbo prawns, fried bassa, salmon, you know, rack of lamb, you know, name it, we had it out there, you know.
That's badass, dude. Yeah, I mean, I'm from Texas, man, so we love barbecue, and that's cool. What y'all were doing, you know, lobster and stuff. You were saying, right? So I need to expand my abilities, man. But so, what's the name of your restaurant again?
Well, I have a catering company, Mr. Nicely Seasoned Catering.
Oh, okay.
And for those out there, if you want to get down, you can, you know, get at me at enterprisesbynicely.com. That has a link to my catering company and also to my apparel company. So I sell hoodies, T-shirts, hats, and shorts also with the Nicely logo on it. So you can reach me at enterprisesbynicely.com.
All right, cool. All right, man. So with that being said, man, let's Thor, lead us into you know, what Super Hood Tailgate is all about and how it got started.
What's up, my brother? What's up, baby? What's up? What's up? What's up, Chuck, Q? You know, family on here watching, man. Love y'all, man. Love y'all. You know, Chuck, Mr. Nicely Seasoned, man. That's basically our brother tailgate. You know what I'm saying? That's family. You know, we family. You know, I might have been out there a little bit before them. You know, and they would come to our tailgate. Then they got their tailgate. And our tailgate, Super Hood Tailgate, is a little different. Like you said, you know, Chuck, they cook. You know, we grilled. We had my homeboy Jess was on the grill, and he gets down on the grill. You know, we were more simple, tri-tip stuff like that. You know, we was all about drinking and partying. You know, they was doing big drinks too, but we had like specialty drinks we was making. You know. And we was about just partying and perking and kicking and just keeping. Obviously, people got to eat though, you know. So we was cooking. My homeboy Jess luckily took over from me about 5-6 years ago. He just started grilling for us because you know I like to party. I like to kick it. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? It's game day. We be up. Me and Jess would leave at like 5 in the morning to get out there. You know how we do. And then Chuck and them, they elevated that food game, Mr. Nicely Seasoned, to a whole new level. Like he said, he started a catering company off of what the Oakland Raider tailgate did. That's gangster right there, you know. So that's love, right? That's just respect. That's this shit, man. But that's just how it is out there, man. You know. And we like I said, we was about drinking and partying over at my spot. You know, we was you know ready. We there. We be there at 5:30 in the morning. You know, ready to get it in. People from all over the country would come to our tailgates. You know what I'm saying? Like they knew what it was. You know, I know there's a lot of good tailgates out there, and everyone's kind of known. We happen to be some of those tailgates too. You know, and it's all love. Q, like I said, because we're like brothers. Like, we're all family. Like, Q, you know, Q really kind of started. He went to his first Raider game with me. That was before Super Hood even started. You know, I remember back in the day in the mid-late 90s, we was just my Cadillac and a little grill and meat and beer, you know? You know, and we grew up from there. We started elevating our game, like Chuck would say. And it just got great, you know, and it was such a good thing, man. And Q started out there with that, and then, you know, Chuck and them, they started, and Q would spend time between both tailgates, but we're all friends, we're all family, you know. Paul Brown, one of the people helped Chuck cook, and all of them, you know, Ron Babbitt, all of them, the homies on both, we're all peoples, man. So it was a beautiful thing. Like, we had a tailgate in the A lot, we had a tailgate in the D lot, you know. So it was love, and Q was kind of like really both. So he could really get into both more than anyone. So let us know, Q.
All right, yeah, man. And it's Quiet Q, For Life, Our Raider Story. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
man, nothing like these Oakland tailgates. Like Thor said, my first game was with Thor. We went out there, man, in this Cadillac with a little small grill. Started off with just hot dogs and hot links, you know, and then it grew to Super Hood, and Nicely would always be there, and we was all getting it in, and me and Nicely been friends for like 30 plus years. So when he kind of started his thing, I mean, it was just awesome, a good run for me personally. Trying to get between two tailgates and partying and all the food and all just the Raider love at the games. It's just been a good run, man. The Super Hood, just all the homies, and shout out to the 4 brothers that was next to the Super Hood tailgate, man.
Yes, sir, 4 brothers. Hell yeah.
Yeah, just shout out to everybody, man. And there's nothing like a OakTown party.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Like I said, dude, the couple times that I got to go there, man, I was hooked, man. I was fascinated with how y'all were doing it over there. We wanted to bring back a little bit of that to Austin, Texas. We got a certain atmosphere over here too that to me is a lot like the California atmosphere. Real laid back, real cool. But yeah, man. So having the Austin Black Hole here, trying to carry on and share some of what I saw and experienced in Oakland, man, it's pretty important to me, man. Because yeah, the Oakland Tailgates were pretty badass, man. And it's because of people like y'all. And like when we were getting y'all on the phone. 4Dub song dedicated to Oaktown Pirate was playing, dude, and I wish that I would have been able to interview Oaktown Pirate at some point. Fortunately, I can't. May he rest in peace. But Thor, you had talked about knowing Oaktown Pirate and being real cool friends with him, and so I'd like to see if each of y'all had a story that y'all could share, with the Oaktown Pirate.
I talk about Azel a little bit. I love Azel, man. He was people's, man. Pirate. I just had him in my phone as Pirate. There's a lot of stories. Stories I could tell I won't even tell because, some things got to stay where they got to stay. But Pirate was a good dude, though, man, and like at tailgates, we didn't have that much time to kick it with him because he was, one of them cats that had to go around. He had, everyone loved Pirate. So he was always moving and grooving when he was out there from tailgates. Like I said, there's so many great tailgates in Oakland, from the A lot to the D lot to the other side over there, the B lot, the I don't even know, the C lot. I mean, there's just so many great tailgates from any sides, and there's the camper sections and all that. And but he was such good people, man. I kicked it with him a couple times in Oakland at one of the homies' houses, and just drinking with him. And he was a straight up good dude, man. He would talk to you like regular people, even when he was dressed up as Pirate. Whether he was dressed up or not, he was a regular dude. And that's one thing I like. I mean, some people can think they're more than they are. They feel like they're stars or something. But most of the super fans and whatever, and Azel was really down to earth, but most of them are really down to earth. You got that, but he was a good dude. Rest in peace, Azel, man. When he died and his kids were out there with this thing and dressed up like him and everything, man. It was just great, man. It was sad because I remember that hearing about it. We kicked it the week before at the tailgate. He had his little Pirate cup and we drank, and he was over there in like one section, like 140. His was in 146, so he was in like 145, maybe 145, 144. And you'd always see him there. I always see him there. I'd be down in 146, and half the time I'd run over and holler at him for a second. And not seeing him was sad because he was one of them kind of people that will make you happy, cheers and whatever. Man, he was just a good dude, man. He was a good dude, man. He was OG. He was known around, he was known around town, OG, good cat. So yeah, man, I miss Azel, man. He was good people, man. And We'll see them again one day. You know, we'll be rooting for the Raiders up on high. I don't know. You know, I mean, we all good people out there, though, man. You know.
Yeah.
So he was a homie. That's where I'll go with it. My story is he was just a homie. He would kick it with us.
Yeah, my interaction with him was just more at the games, at the tailgates, man. Always with the big infectious smile, man. A real Oaktown legend. You know, always had a following, a little crew with him. You know, his kids. Just always getting it in, man. Always a good time. And shout out to his kids, because when he did pass, man, his kids came out there dressed up in the pirate gear, continuing to represent and carry the footsteps and carry the torch for him.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, that's awesome that his kids, you know, of course they're gonna have his back, but that's awesome that they went and carried on the tradition. You know, that's a key word. That's one of the key words in this broadcast. You know, tradition, cultures come up a lot when I've talked to people behind the scenes. Dedication, unity. You know, so it's nice to see that these personas, you know, are carried on by the families and friends. You know, and that they also inspired young children. You know, so I mean, that's like I said, man. What was going on in Oakland? It changed the fan base for sure, and it left its mark. And I guess that Mr. Nice's season. Before we move on, is there anything you'd like to say about Oaktown Pirate?
I've seen him around all the time. I only met him once. Was a solid dude in that one interaction. But to go back to what Q said. After he passed and his kids showed up, dipped in the pirate get down, that was all the way live right there. That was a very, very nice moment right there.
So I mean, that was like a passing of the torch, you know. So here we are now, you know.
Definitely.
So here we are now in a situation where we got to find a way, I guess, to pass the torch from Oakland to Vegas. You know, I don't know a whole lot about Vegas, but that's kind of where we're at right now. You know, so I mean, like, what are some of the things, man, that you want to, you know, translate over there in Vegas, and what are some of the, you know, advice and some some tips that you give for people over there in Vegas?
So let me put this out there real quick. I don't know if those listening know, but in 2016, Thor and Super Hood, and nicely with the convoy, both of our tailgates were the finalists for the Kingsville Charcoal Raider Nation Tailgate Challenge. So I mean, that's how real this tailgate thing gets to us, man. That's how dedicated we were to it. You know, like Thor said, come out there, have a good time, eat good, drink good. I mean, it's a party atmosphere. I mean, it's a club in a parking lot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's what I would like. I mean, that's what I say for with what Chuck just said there. For what I want to translate out there, I mean, it's really a family thing, you know. I mean, how we are with family is, you know, we might disagree sometimes, but we family and we get down together no matter what. So when we're out there, one thing you gotta know, like when you out here or when you anywhere and you see someone with some Raider shit on, you give them a nod, you give them a pound, you give them a hug. I mean, we can't really hug right now because of COVID and shit, but you know, you give them something. Yes, and they're supposed to acknowledge you as a Raider. That was one of the things. The home opener when we went out there, I can see a lot of people wasn't ready for us, man. They just really wasn't. But I feel like they will learn, and I feel like, you know, they need to learn and they will learn. You know, Q mentioned For Life, our Raider story, our YouTube channel thing. And, you know, that was the one thing we talk about on there, you know. So check out our episodes and you'll see what I'm talking about. Like, they wasn't ready, but I believe they will get ready because that's how we are. Like, we bring you in to be that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you, like you said, you've been to Oakland a couple times. You know how it is when you get out there with the love. Like, you go out there, like we always used to say, you could show up at a Raider game with just because you have Raider, you know, if you had Raider stuff on and people knew you was a Raider and you was hurting a little bit, you can come out there, we'll feed you, we'll give you some beers, we'll kick it with you, we'll let you play a game of dominoes with us, you know. we might beat your ass and talk shit, but in the domino game, but you know, but it'll be people though. We'll still give you a bro. You know why we doing it? So
Peace out here in Cali, man.
you know. So, but that's just what I want to translate over to Vegas. Like, man, we Raider peoples, man. That's how we get down. When you see me with all my Raider shit on, and I don't care if you just got a little hat on, you better look at me in my eye and give me a head nod at least. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
that's just what it is, man. I don't know. That's what I want to translate over there. That's what, just that we're peoples, period. You instantly peoples now.
You don't call it the Raider Nation for nothing.
You know?
Yeah, that's it. That's what I want to translate, man. Just being Raider Nation.
Yeah.
I know it's hard with the parking and stuff, but I would like to figure out somewhere they could party at and have some tailgate type of atmosphere and get out there with some barbecue pits and get it in and have a good old party. You know, because win, lose, or tie, man, we're going to win the tailgate, you know. So
automatic.
Yeah, so we got to definitely continue to represent. And piggybacking off what Thor said, whenever you see people with Raider stuff on, man, we at least a head nod, or you know, a fist pump or something. You know, just continue to show the love and continue to grow and get better.
Yeah,
And that's what I want to translate. Most definitely.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know, I think it's very important for people to really kind of listen to what y'all are saying and focus on that, because I mean, if not, man, it's gonna get diluted and it won't be the same, and everything that we're celebrating right now will be different. You know, it's gonna be too different. You know, so I definitely believe that it's something that we need to work on as far as keeping the tradition and the culture.
Definitely, man. That's on us to some extent. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be different.
It's definitely on us.
But it's gonna be different. It's gonna lose whatever. It's gonna this. It's gonna that. But we can check. Like I said, I saw that out there that night after we beat the Saints, screaming through the casinos and shit, and just like shocking people and scaring people or whatever. And then I could see their face kind of change, like, oh, but these dudes are actually just kind of happy and having fun, and you know what I'm saying? And they were kind of starting to feel it, and you know, it's gonna take more than one. It's gonna take multiple times because whenever like when I was a child or when I was young, and I went to my first when the Raiders came back to Oakland, I went to my first Raider game, and I was young, and I didn't know. I mean, you know, if you don't know, you don't know. It takes you, no matter what, it takes you a minute to figure out, like, oh, shit, it's kind of cool out here. We can just kick it like that. Well, that's our job to teach them. No, this is how they get down. They get loud. They get excited. They treat each other with respect. You know what I'm saying? We treat everyone with respect, really. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we're loud and boisterous about our team, man. You know, we're excited about it. We like to drink, and we like to be family, and we like to party, and, you know, you need to understand that. And it's going to take a minute, but I think eventually they will, and it'll work out. I mean, it'll never be exactly the same, but I think it'll work out.
Yeah, it's a way of life. When you look at it, Thor, it's like right now they just starting to perk. You know, it ain't hit them yet. You know, wait till they get patient. Then they're gonna understand it. And then they're gonna be there, right there yelling with us.
Yep, exactly. It's gonna take a second. Plus, the fans can't even go to games yet this year. Wait till that happens. Oh shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care who you are. You get in around that many people, and they start getting hypey. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna break out old Oakland where they start getting hypey. You know what I'm saying? It just naturally flows through you. Like you just naturally got to. You just start. The whole thing will start going. You know. I just think that'll help too. Once people can go to games. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then, like y'all said, even though the parking lot situation, it may not be the same, we got to find some way to bring that. The events, the before parties and stuff like that too, to where it generates that camaraderie, and then you can tell the tale of the OakTown legends and things like that, you know. But yeah, we got to get there first, experience the game together, cheer with each other, show the people what Oakland's all about for sure. Y'all got to do that.
Right. I mean, it's life in general too. I mean, I know Q says like grow and adapt or survive and adapt or whatever you may call it. Like, yeah, they moved our city and they changed the rules. Okay, well, we can't do this anymore. We can figure something else we can do that is, you know what I'm saying, equal, and be able to, like, okay, we can't do this, but shit, if you didn't say we couldn't do this, we might go do this instead, and it'll be awesome, off the hook just the same. So that's also on us to figure out ways to keep the party right and just do it,
Yeah, absolutely. All right, man. Well, I appreciate y'all coming on, dude. I appreciate everything that y'all did in the Oakland Tailgates, and I'm looking forward to seeing how y'all can, help out, get that tradition to carry on in Vegas, man. So we'll do this again next year, man. We'll have something else to talk about. Hopefully, be able to go to the game and compare and contrast and things like that. But before I let y'all go, man, tell the Raider Nation how to find y'all on social media.
All right, you can find me. This your boy, Nicely. You can find me on Twitter, Apparel by Nicely. You can find me on the book, Mr. Nicely Season Catering, or Apparel by Nicely, and the same on the gram, Apparel by Nicely and Mr. Nicely Season Catering. Website, enterprisesbynicely.com. You can schedule catering, or you can buy some of my apparel from the website. Hey, real quick, shout out to the Mr. Nice Season Raider Nation Tailgate Convoy, my boy P. Grizzly, DP, Ron Babbo,
Cool.
And another shout out to the 707 Tailgate crew, too. That's another tailgate that was lit in Oakland.
Thor?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Q. Hello?
Yeah, Q.
Yeah.
Tell the Raider Nation how they can find you on social media.
No, we might have kind of lost Q. Anyway, you can find me. I'm just Thor Helm on Facebook, Instagram. Part of For Life Our Raider Stories, so you can find me there on YouTube. You can find me For Life Our Raider Story also on Facebook and Instagram. Check us out.
All right, cool. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, we'll talk at y'all on OakTown Legends episode 2022. All right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In case we lost Q, Quiet Q or Q Newsom. I don't know what he is on everything. Quincy Newsom. No, for Q. He's part of For Life Our Raider Story also.
All right, cool. All right, well, I appreciate it.
All right, brother.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
All right, good turn.
All right, sir.
All right, cool. All right, Raider Nation. Well, there you have it. Super Hood Tailgate, Mr. Nicely Season Q, Quiet Q, and Thor. Find them on social media. Show some support. Those guys, man, they're pretty cool. Thor's always going live. Yeah, For Life All Raider Story. They got some good stuff over there on their YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe to them and give them a view. I think they got something going on tomorrow, as a matter of fact. All right, so our next caller are the Raider Homies. The Raider Homies have been a longtime supporter of the Raider Homer channel as well. They've been on several times. Looking forward to hearing from them again. So here we go.
And you are tuned into the Raider Nation for Life Mixtape Volume 1 with Shalif and Raider Mystic. And the next track, go Raiders!
Raider Nation. Raider Mystic right about now. Pick it up, Charlie Perkins. Every time,
I'm a Raider. So Raider. I'm a champion. Committed to excellence.
Them know how we living this silver and black. Them know how we giving them a heart attack. All black Ben Davis and the starter cap. And young Gal Davis is the quarterback. Raider one stare, seen them all eat cheese and probably be saying why they following me. Why don't cats got bats and dress like that? Why don't girls flip back and grab their sack? It's a Raider thing, you best to keep yelling. I heard a donkey fan, what the hell are they yelling? Raider Nation, never hesitate. Fake nations fake cause they can't duplicate. When they try to imitate, they make mistakes. Cause the best super fan takes the cake. I'll do it to my last breath, nothing but love. Now when you look at how I'm dressed, now you know it's because I'm a Raider. When the Raiders in here, we make it flood, make them take to the top of the hill. With the love that's so great that you hate and you fear. Don't discuss cause you won't find Buccaneers in here. It's the way that we do it, Raider Nation on the grind. One small step cause we help mankind. And like Gorilla, our lights will shine. And like Violator, come kill some. When we do it, nothing but fluid. If you ain't true to this, then don't come around it. Stay away from it, man, they just gangsters. And on that simple note, I would love to thank y'all at any game. Ain't nobody messing with me. Through many pains, I will always have my Raider family. They always hate cause we something they'll never be. They'll never be Raider.
And I come to bring some fire. Bring the Raider Nation just a little bit more higher. The silver and the black, strong and valiant like a lion. Marcus Allen of the rhymes, the Bo Jackson of my timing. Hut, hut, hike, biggity boom, biggity bye. TB2 just running by with the fire in his eye. Last pick of Al Davis, a legend in our time. Last pick of Mr. Davis, a legend in my mind. Just win, baby, once a Raider, always a Raider. You don't adjust, you dominate. A couple mantras from the Raider creator. Nothing could be greater than in a black hole chanting Raider. Like Darth Raider, we invaders from space, been sent to planet Earth for pirates left to dominate, shattering walls of oppression and hate. And we don't lie, we don't die, we just multiply. The autumn wind is a Raider, committed to excellence every day, in every way.
All right, Raider Nation, here we go. We got the Raider homies on the line, man. You know, it's been a long time since they've been on here, but they've been strong supporters of the Raider Homer channel for a while now. Like I said, Michael Aragon, dude, he came on the channel when we were doing Coast to Coast with the Black Hole Superfans a long, long time ago. So I'm glad to have y'all back here on the Raider Homer channel. How y'all doing?
Good, marinating, man. Loving this Vegas life, Kim.
Yeah, well, you know, talk a little bit about, you know, Oakland and what all that's meant to you as a fan.
Compared to Oakland, man, but you know, we move forward, we move on. And, you know, Raiders don't die, we multiply. So wherever we at, man, you know, we still gonna be here. You know, mad love for the town always, man. It's one of a kind, man. Nothing gonna be like the town, you know. Tailgate will never be the same, but you know, we're going to do what we can to bring some of that flavor out here.
Cool. And again, Raider Nation, we are talking to Droopy, Big Loco, Clown Prince, Joker Wild, and 8 Ball, the Raider homies, man. So, yeah, it's a pleasure to have y'all back on here, celebrating the birth of the Oakland Raiders and the fans that made the tailgates legendary. Now, I was talking to Michael earlier, or Droopy Raider, earlier, and I asked him if y'all had a couple of stories that y'all wanted to share, and he said that y'all surely did. So what are those stories? Let us know, Ray.
Oh, Mikey, man, go first, man. There's numerous stories in good time.
Well, probably for me, the ones that I remember is back in the 90s when we used to tailgate. at 8 o'clock they'd open the gate, and there was no security or no ushers, and wherever you ran, wherever you put your ice chest or your chair, that was your spot.
Get your cooler, too.
Yeah. Wherever you put your spot at, that's where you got the tailgate. So we learned, we gave little Tony Herrera, he used to be on some roller skates. Tony's 36 now, but you got to remember he was 10, 11 years old 25 years ago, and we put him on some roller blades, and as soon as that gate opened at 8 o'clock, that's how we got the front row, in the big lot every year. Along with Raider Rasa. I remember Raider Rasa, which is Dino and Pablo and Don Julio. They used to throw their chairs over the fence. That's one of my fondest memories.
Man, that's good memory, man. Before they switch it up in the NFL with that 5 hour shit, the tailgate used to be from Friday night to kick off on Black Sunday though.
Oh yeah. I remember we used to tailgate on that frontage road. It's Friday,
man. Before they shut that shit down several years ago and made that 5 hour rule. Come on, man. They had DJs on stages. Come on, Metallica played in the parking lot. Like
right.
Shit
Into Deep was there.
Yeah. Yes, sir. That shit used to go down, man. Like I said, it'll never be the same, but we're gonna do our best when they open this up to where we can get out here and get in the stadium and whatnot. We're gonna do our best to bring that flavor from the town down here and make shit fit.
Well, what do you think it's going to take? Obviously it's going to be different, but what can we do, as a fan base to keep the tradition and the culture going in such a strange and new environment?
I think that the best thing that we have going for us is Mark Davis's personal love of actually having the tailgates. He said that it's just part of the culture, and it's true, man. Part of the Raider culture, a huge part of it on game day is tailgating, and Mark Davis understands that, and that's why it's kind of fucked up, like where the stadium is built, because there's not a whole lot of parking there, and a lot of that parking that's at the stadium went to these cats, that paid big bread for their suites and whatnot. But they did buy an awful lot of lots and empty land around the area to raise and put tailgating. Unfortunately, with the COVID, we still don't know what the full plan is. There was just basically a little bit of emails to like PSL holders and whatnot that kind of give you it was more of a survey, figuring how taking people's temperature on charcoal lots, non-charcoal lots, tailgating lots, non-tailgating lots, where they'll be. I understand there's going to be transportation if some of these lots might be a little bit out, but unfortunately, it's not like Oakland where we're going to have these big lots right there at the stadium where you got two stadiums essentially, and but if you've ever traveled to a lot of away games, it's the same, and Chicago has a decent little tailgate, but you wind up taking buses from the tailgate to get to the stadium and places like that. So it's going to be something similar from what I'm understanding and seeing, being out here and trying to drive around and figure it out. But at the same time, we do have a lot of PSL holders, some cats with suites, some cats with big club seats that will have some of that action, and we have a lot of hope and a lot of positivity that it may not be 4 lots like we had, right there at the stadium. But if we can get into a lot of these spots and secure some of the spots in the same lots, we're going to at least have some flavor where we're at. And in the end, no matter what happens, we're going to make something fit. There's going to be some tailgating going on, period, because Raider football ain't Raider football without tailgates. So we're going to make shit fit.
Amen to that. Now, Double G, man, how you been, brother? And what kind of memories do you have to share from Oakland?
What's up, Red Homer? Man, the most epic for me would be when I was in the black hole, front row right there, and it was Bears versus the Carolina Panthers, and that epic, interception by Khalil Mack.
Khalil Mack?
Yeah, he ran it in. and he jumped in the black hole, and I was right there to, give him some canalismo, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was that memory right there is gonna be one for me forever,
For sure.
I
for
can
sure.
imagine. Yeah, man, because you've had a lot of epic moments, bro. I know you talk about, having epic times, dude. That's something that, it's almost like a calling card for you, epic, dude. And that had to be epic, man. And, again, dude, the tailgates at Oakland overall were epic, right? That's why you hear so many great stories coming out of there. What it was like, how much of a family it became. Walking in there and you got beer, you got food, no matter what, you had somebody there to hang out with that would treat you like family. So, it's important, I think, to keep that going in Raider Nation. Everybody that I talk to behind the scenes, man, that's like the number one thing that they want to do, because they don't want it to become this corporate, issue where, it's just the small people get left out. And that's kind of what we're all in danger of, considering that Vegas is so expensive as far as getting in. But,
Well, I mean, think of it this way. You can think of it this way, too. Like, I understand that, all of us are upset about some corporate this and that and the other. On one hand, on the other hand, everybody make $1. But, on the other thing, when you talk about expensive, quite honestly, man, it's pretty fucking cheap to come to Vegas. And with all the hotels and competition here, it's cheap to fly in and out of Vegas. Flights get subsidized because it's a tourist destination and shit fits. So, quite honestly, man, the city change isn't expensive, man. It's lots of what we've always known. Where a lot of our roots and a lot of our family was, came together in Oakland, and my only hope is that people remember that part of it and realize that the Raider Nation is a family, man. It's not a sports team. It's not 16 Sundays. It's 365. It's a lifestyle, and it's family for life, por vida, no? So it don't matter where the Raiders are, the family never dies and needs to stay together the way, family should.
Amen to that,
We'll all
brother.
be together next week.
Yeah, Raider Homer, it's up to us, the people that tailgated in Oakland, the people that came from LA, the people that came from everywhere. It's basically up to us, to pass on, and show everybody else how it's done in Vegas, From my understanding, section 124, 123, 125, Mark Bourdain,
123, 124.
Yeah. Mark Bourdain basically said that, he's just gonna let us do our thing. So, it's really up to us once we get in there and, let these people know how it's done, So that's what I look forward to is,
Well, that's awesome that Bourdain's reaching out and talking about that, and Mark Davis is talking about how important tailgating is to that they're reaching out to y'all and letting y'all know those kinds of things, man, because that's what a lot of people were concerned about that. And of course, it's not going to be the same, but a lot of people were concerned that the team was going to try to alienate, in a sense, the fan base and try to change the culture of the fan base. But it seems, like that may not be the issue. Of course, it still won't be the same, but yeah, it's very important to still find a way to adapt, right, and evolve.
Yeah, they just, from my understanding, is they're gonna let people dress up and be in that section, so that's cool. Basically, it's up to the fan base that's coming, the season ticket holders, and whoever goes get into the game to show everybody what's done in Oakland.
Yeah,
that's facts.
So, Mike, you're working on establishing a new cultural tradition, location, I guess, with Tommy Rockers, man. So with the passing of Ricky from Ricky's Bar, man, talk a little bit about the times y'all had there at Ricky's Bar and what you hope for Tommy Rockers to be.
Well, I'll let Doug and Darlene talk about that, because they're really in charge over there.
Okay.
Yeah, Darlene's not available right now. It's just me, brother. But first and foremost, man, nothing's gonna ever replace Ricky's.
Never.
Ricky's a legend. Ricky's was a destination forever, and welcome everybody. It didn't matter if you were a fan of another team. It didn't matter. Ricky welcomed everybody, and and that's never gonna be replaced. So. I won't stand for anybody saying something's going to be the new Ricky's, because nothing's going to be the new Ricky's. Ricky's is one of a kind, and that's just the way it is. However, obviously out here, Vegas is, like I said, a tourist destination. There's a lot of places to go. We're just trying to do something. We found a spot that's close to the stadium, right across the street from the strip, and it has a good capacity. Obviously, with the COVID, shit's got everybody, reduced and whatnot. But the owners there welcome us with open arms, and us as Raider fans, it don't matter what booster club you're from. If you're not in a club, you're just anybody that's a Raider fan. It don't matter if you're just have a crew. It's just everybody's welcome, and it's the way it should be. Like I said, it's one nation, one family. I don't care where you came from. If you're a Raider fan, man, you're welcome with me anywhere I'm at, and that's how we feel over at Tommy's. And we want it to be a destination for all Raider fans to come and have a good time, have a good meal, be with your family, enjoy the games, And the owners have bought in 100%, and they support everything we do, and they're happy to welcome every Raider fan and show love. And really, that's the way it needs to be, and what we strive to have no matter where we go. Like I said, Raiders are always welcome.
We'll all be there next weekend.
Yes, sir.
Well, I got a story from Ricky. Ricky's. I met. I think what was I always want to call him Tom. Rod Martin. I met Rod Martin there, and I just didn't really know. But I sat there and I talked to him for almost an hour. But I just really didn't know that it was Rod Martin. But it was cool to realize it afterwards and say, hey, I sat there and I was talking to a Raider legend. So talk a little bit about something that y'all had happened to y'all at Ricky's that it's a lasting memory.
Oh man.
I was in there too many times, yeah.
I've met so many legends at Ricky's, like, over the years, and when we used to party at the Hilton before they switched that up off Hagenberger, just so many. When the Raiders used to stay there, like man, the stories, holy shit, the people you met, Vela and Barnes, and I mean, you name it. What's cool about Ricky's, I guess, one of the best things to say about Ricky's was a lot of the old legends used to go there, and what's different, man, is a lot of these players have become so diva'd out that it's not the thing. They don't want to talk to nobody. They ain't got time for nobody. But these legends will sit there. They'll drink beers with you. They'll drink shot shit. Most of them drink you under the table, even in their advanced age. But they sit and shot up with you all night long. And that's something that's real special. That used to be real special about Ricky's that I'll really miss. Is all the legends that used to go there, and you can just sit there and chop it up with them forever over drinks. And it wasn't like they didn't have the time for you. They loved to reminisce and talk about it. And that, yeah, man, I'm gonna miss that a lot.
All right, well, yeah, man. Like I said, I got to go there one time. It was special. You hear so much about it though. So yeah, I wish I could have gone there more. Hell, Raider Fan Radio was broadcasting from there. It was cool to see, going in there and seeing the Hells Angels. It's like, man, that was the first time I've ever seen the Hells Angels, But that was a strange, night for sure.
I got one story. One time I was at Ricky's, man. This is a number of years ago. This must have been around, I don't know, maybe 06. And it was the first time I ever met Phil Villapiano. And I was, quite a bit younger then, and thought I was on top of the world and I could party and out-drink anybody on the planet. And by about 10:30 that night, I was so fucked up talking to Phil fucking Villapiano that I had to slide out under the table. And I think I told him that I was going to the bathroom, and I wound up going out to the fucking rental and passing the fuck out of my car, man.
Oh, man.
Bro, it didn't matter how old he was, man. He dragged me under the table well before midnight.
Damn. Man, that guy, that would have been awesome to meet him. He's a great storyteller, That dude's full of energy.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, some of these guys, man, they don't take for granted their old age. That's what fucking put you under.
So what's next for the homies? What are the Raider homies looking to do? here this upcoming season?
Well, Mikey, you want to go? You want me to go?
Doug, you guys are in charge. We got some golf tournaments coming up. Obviously, next week we're going to, have the Super Bowl at Tommy's.
Yeah. I'd say, unfortunately, man, we wish we could invite everybody to come, but with us being at 25% capacity, 25%. Places fill up real quick. But, we're going to do what we do. We got the outside opened up for people that want to come through that, obviously the keeping capacities can't come inside. We'll have the outside with some TVs and whatnot, beers, food, woochie woo. But, we're, like Mikey said, we're looking at doing some golf tournaments, like legend golf tournaments out here with the Raiders. We're, trying to put together our little season opener, home opener party for next year, man. We're just trying to toss over some ideas, man.
What about Gabo? Is Gabo on the line? He could talk about our event in Monterey.
Gabo, Brenda, are you on? Well, they ain't on, so we got Gabo's put together with Los Meros and a ton of clubs, Wrecking Crew, Llanos, all of the Mexico different chapters of different clubs coming together for Raider Fan Fest in Monterey, Mexico. It's April 29th, Friday, April 30th, Saturday, May 1st, is that the 29th Friday? There's basically a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday there. It's Raider Fan Fest in Monterey, Mexico, and Saltillo. I believe it just got blasted out. A bunch of people have been blasting it for the last day or two. Fans from around the world, welcome to come, have a good time, get some culture in Mexico, get the fuck out of where you've been stuck for the last year, and just try to have a good time. And like Gonzalo, no, man, have some puro canalismo, no?
Simón.
Hell yeah, man. I'm looking forward to getting out. I want to go to Monterey, that's for sure. That's for sure. I'm thinking about driving down to the border and seeing getting down there. I think that would be fun. I've never been to Mexico, so go check out Baja Raider Ramos,
Well, that's what me and Rick and Gonzalo are going to do. We're going to go to San Diego, walk across, and fly from TJ to Monterey. Much cheaper that way.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a straight shot out of Vegas here. It wasn't too bad, man, on the round trips. So I think it was like $300, $350 each. But when we get done with Monterrey on Monday morning on the 2nd, we're gonna fly to Mexico City and spend the whole week in Mexico City until Saturday, and then fly back after Monterrey.
Yeah, man, that sounds fun, man. That does.
Yeah, man, you should come down, Raider Homer. I went down there 2 times last year. And Monterrey, Mexico it's a beautiful city. I was kicking it with the Malosos de Monterrey. Good people, really, really humble people, and took care of me like a star. Went down there, and if you come down, I'm telling you, you're gonna have an epic time, man. It's a whole different vibe out there,
Yeah, man, I heard, and I've seen the pictures and stuff from the last couple of trips down there. So, like I said, I definitely want to go.
Yeah, 4 doubles down there, man. They did a video shoot. We went down to the mountains. The mountains over there, it's like beautiful. It's like you right there by the mountains. It's a really beautiful city,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, like I said, I want to get there and check it out for myself.
You got to, man.
All right, cool. So I get one at a time. Starting with Mike, and let's tell the Raider Nation how they can find y'all on social media.
You can find me at just Raider Joopy on Facebook and Instagram.
Doug?
What's that? Say again, brother?
Doug gonna be messing around on social media.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Big love.
My journey to get the fuck out there years ago. So,
yeah.
I don't really fuck with it much, but I do have a Twitter, man. Big local Raider homies, or just look up Raider Dougie Doug on the Twitter, man. I don't fuck with it too much, but I try to show love every now and again.
Double G.
Yeah. You can look for me on the IG or just Raider Double G. You know.
All right, cool. And then Joker Wild.
I don't know where.
Gobble.
Oh, we lost him. All right, cool.
Get him Gabriel Gomez on the Facebook.
And then 8 Ball was supposed to be on here also, but you'll have to find Rick on social media also.
I don't know what happened to him. I know Doug and Darlene and Gobble, they did that 5K today, right, Doug?
Yeah, they all did. We had about 45 people come to Tommy Rockers and do the Raiders 5K, man. Walk from Tommy's down to the stadium and then back. Was a real good little turnout, man. People came from a lot of different places to show love. Hey, man, hey, before I cut out on you guys, man, hey, one last thing, man. A real good memory, a good partner of mine. Y'all know, y'all know Thor Helm.
Oh yeah.
The
Yeah, he was a Sonic.
Hey, man, the Super Hood tailgate, though, man. Let me tell you, man, them drinks of the day, man. It's another thing I'm gonna miss like a motherfucker, man. The drink of the day at Super Hood was the truth. My dude, much love, Thor.
He just got off, right? He was a Sonic.
Yeah, he was just on here. Him, Mr. Nicely Seasoned, and Q. Yeah, man.
Hey, go on, man. Me and Thor go back like rocket chairs, man. That's my dude, man. Love my dude.
Hell yeah, man. He's a real cool dude for sure. All right, cool. Well,
hey, man, I got to cut out, y'all. I appreciate the time, man. I love y'all, man. One love, Raider Nation for life.
Likewise, man. Raider Nation for life.
Man. Pick me up at that airport Friday afternoon, brother.
I got you, brother.
All right.
All right, cool. All right, Mike. Well, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for representing the Raider homies here on the Raider Homer channel, man. It's always nice to have your support, brother.
Hey, thanks for having us anytime, brother.
All right. And Double G, man, take it easy, bro. I definitely want to get down there to Mexico with you for that epic time.
Man, you got to, bro. And pick some Double G rolling, homie. Raiders.
Amen to that.
I'll see you next week, Double G.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Raider Nation, we just heard from the Raider homies. Man, y'all find them on social media. I know we're talking about OakTown legends, but those guys are some OakTown legends, and you see that they're making moves right now in Vegas, trying to carry on that tradition and the culture there in Vegas, man. So find them on social media, and make sure you go hang out with them to get that OakTown flavor there in Vegas. All right, our next call is with Mob Boss, Raider Dirty Jers, OG Raider Ray, and Just a Raider. Week 1, 2018 is when I first started the OakTown Legends episode, and that was going to be, like a weekly episode for, the last year in Oakland, but it didn't quite work out. So the OakTown Legends has developed through then into this, what it is now. So we're going to go ahead and get them on the phone, but also, kind of celebrate this Week 1 2018 episode reunion. That's when we were down on the field with the flag unfurling. I'll talk about that a lot because that was a great moment, man, to experience being on that same field with all those legends and looking up at the crowd and getting a sense of what the Raider Nation is all about. That was a fantastic memory. We'll touch on that. And then, of course, we'll get into a little bit of the Raider Nation explosion and, hear from Mob Boss on the importance of honoring the ones that paved the way. So let's go ahead and get them on the phone.
I've been drinking all day, got the meat on the grill. And we're having a party at the Old South Shield. And my cooler's all packed with all kinds of beer. And it's 12:30 and I'm shifting gear. When I get lonely and I'm sure I've had enough, I just remember about the one team that I love. You know it's the Raiders I love. We've got a thing that's called Raider love. We've got a thing that's called Raider love. on strong. The run has got me hypnotized, and the passing game is on the rise. When we get hungry for the long one against the rush, he sends a deep one coming in from above. You can't double cover them all. We got a thing that's called Raider love. We got the game on the air. Talk about speed, we're well prepared. The Raiders' deep threat will make your defense scared. Drop back to pass, there they go. And the line just gives them more time to throw. And the Raiders are playing like a rockin' song. And the D is coming on strong. And the newscast says Raiders won. Oh, one more Raider hater gone. When they get angry and they try and stop the run, they'll send the safety blitzing in from above. You can't sing a cover of love. We've got a thing that's called Raider love. We've got our eyes on the prize. We've got a thing that's called Raider love. We've got a thing that's called Raider love. 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 Raider love.
Here we go. All right, Raider Nation. The original OakTown Legends on Week 1, Episode 2018 with Mob Boss Jers and OG Raider Ray. We also have Just a Raider on here who I met at the Raider Nation Explosion, but first we'll hit the OakTown Legends Week 1 2018 episode reunion. Guys, man, it's great to hear from y'all again. Thanks for coming back on the Raider Homer channel.
Always, brother. You know we always here for you.
That's right. We got Vegas in the house. I can't wait to have all y'all out here and partying with me.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Thanks for having me back, man. I appreciate it.
No problem. And then, of course, Jester, thanks for coming on the channel again, man. Appreciate all your support.
Got it, man. You got it. No problem. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good.
All right, cool. So, like I said, this is the reunion for Week 1, episode 2018 of Oaktown Legends. In that episode, you know, we talked about Week 1, Monday Night Football, 2018, the last year in Oakland, where we all went down to the field for the flag unfurling. Now, for me, that was such a special moment because it came through the podcast. Steve, Houston Raiders Steve, you know, he invited me to the flag unfurling, and then I went down there with y'all, and I got to go on the same field that all those legends were on, and I got to look up at the crowd. I got to see Raider Nation and hear Raider Nation. That was something that memory will last forever. So here we are talking about memories. So, you know, what does that memory mean to you, and what other memories do you have that were similar to that?
Oh man, you know, as for me, that day, that particular day, was just, man, unreal. It was unreal. I have been on the field many times over the years, but that particular day, to have so many, you know, friends and family on the field with me that day, having Jersey and OG, and then you came down, and to be able to look up into the black hole and see all our black hole family members and look around the stadium and see our friends that we've known over the years, that was just an amazing day. And that memory probably stands in probably one of the top 5 memories that I have, you know, over all the time that I've been around that stadium. You know, that's one of the top 5 memories, man. And it was an extremely special day, and I'm glad those of you guys who got to join me that day and go down on the field that day, I'm glad you guys were there. I was with the perfect team of people, the perfect crowd of people. It was just amazing, man. Amazing.
Now, Dirty Jerz, we'll keep it between us how I figured it out, but I learned that day why you're called Dirty Jerz. So what does that memory mean to you?
Come on now, you can't let all my secrets out there.
I said I won't.
Yes. Well, there's many reasons they call me dirty, but I'm going to keep it clean, hopefully, for y'all tonight.
PG-13, Dirk. PG-13.
That's like PG-13. There might be kids watching and listening. You know, I got to be a role model. But that's right. Let's just put it this way. Every hood in America needs a white girl like me. Okay? That's all.
Hey, I'm with that. You know how long you've been riding with me, Jersey, so you know what that means.
That's right. But that day, being on the field, first off, that was the first time I had actually got to be on the field. So because of my boss, you know, extending his gracious gift of being able to get so many people down there, I did take advantage of it. I think I had to get on 2 flex buses, ride a camel, and a taxi just to get to the fucking stadium.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I got there, okay? And my most memorable moment about that was when we were practicing for the flag. That was cool. We were all doing it. That was fine. But when we added the flag during the anthem, and we were walking back, you know, we had to walk right past the Bronco players. Like, I was so close. I could.
Yes.
And the whole time I'm talking shit. I'm pointing their face. I'm up in their mask. I'm like, Raiders, bitch. Raiders. And I'm like, I'm just talking shit. Okay, but then after that, which I thought was the highlight of my day, okay, I go and I grab the dirt off the field and I start shoving dirt in my bra, you know, because that
Dirty Jerz.
Dirty Jerz.
Making money right now, and I got the dirt for y'all, okay? That's right. Dirty's selling the dirt.
I got some end zone grass, so yeah, I got
you know, I took some grass. I had to take some grass, some end zone grass myself, man.
Man, y'all are making me regret the fact.
Jersey, one thing you forgot, though, that particular day, as many times as they've done the flag unfurling on the field, that particular day, Jersey and myself were the very first, I'm not going to use that word, character fans, Raider fans dressed in some sort of outfit that were ever allowed on that field. They'd never done that before. They told us that. They said, you know, many a times other people who dress up have asked to do it, and they've always said no. And that was the very first time. And I believe the only thing they asked is that I took off the mask. Now, they let Jersey keep her paint on, but they asked me to take off the mask. And that's the first time I've ever been inside of that stadium in the Mob Boss outfit without a mask. So a lot of people got to see Mob Boss for the first time and really, you know, if you didn't know me personally, see what I looked like underneath the mask. So that was a very special moment as well.
That was the security guard there. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, OG, because that was the first time. Oh, go ahead, Jers.
The security guard told me, she said, I've been doing this for 15 years. She said, I've never seen one super fan be able to, you're right, character fan, be able to wear their stuff on the field. They won't allow it. So I asked Gorilla, I asked Violator, I asked them, like, hey, did you guys want to do this? They're like, yeah, they told us we had to take our stuff off. So I think me and Mob are really the only two. And even though Mob had to take his off, I want to say I'm the only one ever to be able to keep their full outfit on and hold the flag. Yeah, so that was really important and special to me for sure. I know it's little things, but it really meant a lot. So definitely my top two favorite.
So OG.
That's how important it was that day. Even though they requested that I took the mask off, I didn't care because it was so important to be on the field that particular day that I was willing to sacrifice anything to be on that field that day with the crowd of people that I was with. So it was
If
worth
they would have told me I couldn't do it, I would have just taken my face off and I would have done it again in the bathroom after, exactly,
exactly, because that's how important it was. I would have done anything to be on the field that night.
You know what? That's pretty cool, guys. And another thing, we had went to Santa Cruz as Raider fans to Santa Cruz, and they told us we couldn't wear our mask or anything there in Santa Cruz to Beach Boardwalk, and that we had to take our stuff off. We couldn't dress on the boardwalk that way. So I think it's a safety issue more than anything to see that people are who they are. And they don't let nobody, like, I remember I went to the gas station dressed as Jeff the Raider one time, and it was like, no mask in here. So I was like, wow.
All right, so
I'm ready
OG.
for that out here in Vegas, because out here in Vegas, even during Halloween, when I get dressed up, I can't go into any of the major casinos. And that was like that before the Raiders even got here. So it's going to be difficult to wear that stuff outside of the stadium for sure.
All right, cool. OG, that was the first time that I got to meet you, brother. And since then, you know, I think we built a friendship and become family. So, I mean, again, that's what makes the Raider Nation awesome, dude. So what made that day special to you?
Honestly, the fact that Mob Boss actually got me on that field, man. I got to give a big thank you to that. That was like a very big, like Jester said, that like at least it's up there in that top. I mean, it was a full flag Monday Night Football. I mean, we were on the black hole side. I was with all you guys. That's what made it even more better, that it was like family, friends, and just that experience. But when that crowd started cheering at the end, the adrenaline that gave me, I was like,
oh, wow.
This is, I mean, I went back to my seat and I was still like kind of trembling from the adrenaline. That right there will never be forgotten.
You know what, OG? I'm gonna bust you out real quick. Can I bust you out real quick? When I did a contest, right? Because it was so difficult for me to be able to choose amongst the many friends and many people that I met along the years. It was hard for me to choose who I was going to bring on the field. So I did a contest to try to get, and OG happened to win, you know, that contest. And I said, man, you know what? You're going to get me in trouble. And he said, well, what are you talking about? I said, because I only have room for you. I don't have room for your lady. And you know what he told me? Don't worry about my lady. I'll take care of that. I'm going on the field. I said, man, now that's how important and that's how much it means to people to have that experience, that he was willing to deal with whatever. He might have slept on the couch. He might have slept on the couch for a couple of nights or whatever happened, but he was willing to do that to be on the field. And I said, man, well, as long as you keep me out of it and keep her from beating me up when she sees me, it's all good, man.
No, man, there was no stopping me at that point. And no matter
wow.
It was gonna happen, period. I mean, that shit was just, excuse my language, that was just set in stone already. I'm like, it's gonna happen. And I'm glad it happened, man. So
absolutely.
And I'm glad I met you too, Homer, because you know you're a really good person. I'm glad what you're doing, and your other podcast too, also doing really good. I listen to it all the time.
Well, I appreciate
I
that,
just
brother.
miss everybody, man. Seriously, I miss hanging around. I miss the camaraderie, you know, with everybody. This whole roller
Yeah.
team's got everybody, you know, kind of like, you know, picking and choosing what they can go to. But man, I can't wait to hang out with you guys again, man.
I
Likewise.
can't wait. Oh, it's coming. It's coming, bro. It's coming. Things are opening back up, and the world is getting a little bit back to normal. And as months go by, it's going to get more and more back to normal. And that Right. opportunity is coming. It's coming for you
Make sure
guys.
you
I'm
get your
telling you.
vaccine shot too, man.
Yeah.
That way you can go to things, man. I'm getting mine in 2 weeks, so yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right, cool. So, again, that was one memory I have with the people on here. Another memory that I have with the people on here is the Raider Nation explosion, man. That was probably my first Raider event that I went to in California, and really, I mean, it was something special, man. It was, I saw the Violator, Gorilla, I mean, everybody, and everybody had time to talk to you, and it was fun, man. So, I think, you know, during that event, you know, you were honoring Gorilla and Wayne for all the things that they've done for the Raider Nation. So right now, let's talk a little bit, and we only got 15 minutes, Mom. All right, so
Yeah, you know I can get long-winded.
so, but let's talk about the
I'm gonna make it
importance.
quick.
Let's talk about the importance of honoring the ones that paved the way, man. Because I know that's something that you're very, very passionate about.
Yeah, absolutely. Those gentlemen, I've watched, you know, like I told you before, I've watched Wayne. You know, I remember my dad taking me out to L.A. and seeing Wayne out in the crowd in L.A. and really getting inspired at that time as a young kid to say, I want to do that. I want to be as passionate as that guy is, you know. And at that time, I actually wanted to wear spikes and paint my face and all that kind of stuff. But as I got older, and then I got a chance to meet him personally and talk to him personally about the whole dressing up type of thing, I realized you can't mimic that. You can't be him. You have to find your own lane. You have to be your own self. And you know, so I got away from the idea of wearing spikes, but the memories and the passion that they show through what they do just open the way for any person that's out there wearing a costume. I said this at the explosion when I honored them. If there's any person that desires to wear a costume, your opportunity to be able to do that is only because of people like Wayne, people like Mark, people like Tuzak, people like Senior. These people who have done it for many, many years, 30, 40 years at a time. You wouldn't have that opportunity to dress up and be anything if it wasn't for those guys. So,
Amen.
So I would never want to forget what they've done and open the doors for any of us, you know, as fans that dress up. They have just made a way for us to be able to do that, and I just really, really love them two brothers and some others that, you know, there's a handful. There's more than just them. Don't get me twisted.
Yeah.
There's more than just them. And Pirate, of course.
Gloria.
Raider, Skull Lady.
We actually had a trophy for Pirate as well at the explosion, but his daughter wasn't able to be there to accept it. But we had a trophy for him as well, because those are the folks that really opened the doors for all of it, and they became the face of what the Raider Nation is. You know what I mean? So whether you wear a costume or you just wear your hat and your T-shirt and jersey or whatever the case may be, they put the Raider Nation on the map worldwide. So you can never forget. And as we even go into Vegas and start this new tradition in Vegas, I don't want anybody to ever forget where we came from, who got us there, who put us on the map. Let's not just be like, oh, it's a new era, so let's start over and forget the past. You can't do that, because there is no future without the past. So
Exactly.
Well, and let's not forget about the women. Like I said, there's Masquerader, there's
Masquerader, there's Skull Lady. There's so many others. There's so many that we could go.
Grim Raider.
Grim. There is so many folks, and like I said, as the years go on and the explosion goes on, we will be able to honor those people for their sacrifices and their time put in. As the Raider Nation magazine comes
coming into the future. We're going to be able to honor all of those people who have given up their time, their sacrifices, traveled the country, have done so much to put a face on what it is to be a Raider fan.
And if you guys haven't got your Raider Nation calendar or your Raider Nation magazine yet, I suggest you guys go out and get it because it's on my coffee table right now.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Dope, man, they dope, okay?
I appreciate it. And let me say something real quick, Homer. I ain't going to take up your time because I know you're short. The magazine is not just about character fans. No, there's so much more inside of that magazine than just super fans. So people who are hesitant, oh, I don't want to buy it because it's all about the super fans. No, it is about fans, period. Fans in general. That magazine is for the fans, about the fans. There's stories on players in there. There's memorials from players who have passed on. But there's stories about fans that are in character and out of character. So it's just about the nation. So don't get it twisted and feel like it's only a super fan magazine. It is not a super fan magazine. It just so happens that on the cover we're using some of the more recognizable people because those people have been the face of the nation for years. I just wanted to get that out there.
Candy in there too, y'all. There's some high candy in there.
Yeah. There's. We said we were going to keep this PG. So just like Jet Magazine has their beauties of the month. The Raider Nation magazine has its beauties in there. Shout out to Smokey who has appeared in there twice. Shout out to
put her in the next one too, man.
Can we get Jersey in there, please?
She is.
I'm working on that one. I'm working on that one. But that that's going to be a special edition, X-rated edition.
A dirty edition. It's the dirty edition. Hell yeah.
So George, what's
y'all for looking, okay?
George, rep for the Raider X real quick.
Y'all extra though. I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna go up a couple of dollars.
If you want it to smell like Jersey's panties, you're gonna pay extra for that too.
I thought we were keeping this PG.
Oh.
Oh man.
I love y'all.
So much for PG.
Okay. Yeah, so much for PG, right?
Yeah.
This thing got PG-13 now.
It's like a subscription to like an OnlyFans page all of a sudden.
Hey, speaking of that, I might start one. Just saying.
Lordy, oh my goodness! I don't even. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet. I ain't even gonna comment.
2021's changed me. Okay, I'm ready.
Oh man.
Vegas, here I come.
Oh my goodness.
You guys are horrible. I love you.
All right, cool. So all right. So it's unity, dedication, tradition, culture, like all that. Talking to y'all on the side, man, is what I keep hearing over and over, dude. So how do you get that to come to Vegas from Oakland?
We got to take it with us.
Yeah.
We got to take it with us. You know what I mean? You don't leave it behind. Just because you move into a new house doesn't mean you forget where you grew up at. You know what I mean? So we're taking it, and it's going to start. It's going to start with those folks who understand the culture and where the culture came from, and you just take that culture with you on to Vegas, and we share that culture with those new fans in Vegas, and we get them to understand what it was all about and what we did, and they're gonna absorb it. They're gonna absorb it at some point, and then you're gonna see the same thing there that you've seen. But we gotta take the traditions, we gotta take the culture with us. Don't forget it. Take it with you.
Yes.
And I agree. I think that we will do that. There's two sides to every coin. There's the fan base, and then there's the corporate, NFL side of it. As far as fans are concerned, I don't think we're gonna have a problem taking the tradition from Cali to here, because when we went to LA, we didn't forget where we came from then. We just merged it, and it became our second backyard. And now Vegas is just going to be our third, our third house, if you will. So we are the nation. We're the only reason why we are separate from everybody else in the NFL is because of who our fan base is. Now, are we going to have a 70,000 parking lot to party in? No. Are we going to have the same traditions and ways that we used to go about going to the games? No.
Yeah.
However, it's going to be on us. And I say us, meaning everybody on this call and everybody listening, but also the major fans in the Raider Nation, the character fans we're talking about. A lot of us are doing things trying to help the nation out here already. We're trying to get things set up because we already see what's coming down the pipes of what's not going to be the same. What is going to be lost is those tailgates. So there's going to be a lot of changes, but I think if we just stick to us, continue doing us, and like Mob said, make sure we teach these new fans about the traditions, then they're all going to blend together. Just like when you put two families together, it's all going to blend together. We're going to have better things out here that we didn't even have in Oakland, like a stadium with Wi-Fi. How about let me just post a picture during the game? How about that? Like, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
You know, I have the dirt from my titty, but at least we ain't playing on dirt. Like,
Yeah,
right?
That's true. That's true.
For real.
If you're gonna move, you gotta upgrade. If you're gonna move, you gotta upgrade, and so that's what it is.
So lovely. That stadium is like the best. To me, it's the best stadium in the NFL right now.
Oh yeah.
It is.
In my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Well, not only that, it's like, okay, I drive by it. I live 2 miles from the stadium. I drive by this every day. You ever bought a mansion and weren't able to go in it? That's what it feels like driving by.
Yeah.
It's my house.
Yeah, I did that once or twice.
My house.
Well, hopefully this year we'll be able to get up in there and
we getting in there.
and bring Oakland to Vegas.
We getting in there. We getting in there one way or the other. We getting in there.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
that's right. Either you're going to get up in there or you're going to get up here, because up in here, I got lots of things going on out here. I do my events out here. We got Tommy Rockers out here that caters to people. But as far as my events, I just signed on for next year to be able to do all the games the day before and the day after. And then obviously before the games and after the games, where we can actually go to have friends, family, drinking on the strip in Vegas. So just so everybody knows, you know, I'm building the website. I got the PR group, Dirty Jerseys out here holding it down, making a way for everybody to party before and after the games.
Boom.
Absolutely. They let these other fans in the stadiums on these other games, but we can't get in our stadium. What's going on?
That's Mark's decision. Mark said everybody or nobody.
And honestly, I agree with Mark's decision.
I totally
agree. Because you would imagine. I mean, there's a lot of division going on in the nation right now. Would you imagine what the division would be if there were certain people allowed in that stadium and others weren't allowed? Oh my gosh,
that would not be a good thing.
It would be terrible. So the best thing to do is either let us all in or don't let nobody in. So I don't always agree on everything that Mark says and does, but that was the one thing. That was the one thing I said, man. You know what? I appreciate him saying that and appreciate him doing that. So I'm all on board for that. Either all or nothing. But that shows exactly what Homer's telling you guys about. That shows the unity factor, because Mark understands that it takes unity. And he understands that there's no way I could let, 10,000 fans in and put another 50,000 fans outside begging to get in. That would just ruin him. So he knew better. He knew better, and that was a smart move. It's a unity thing, all or nothing. We're all together, so we all need to we need to scream and yell and cheer for our team together. So I totally agree. Totally agree.
I'm on board with that as well. I second that, Mob.
All right, cool. Well, we're about out of time, so we'll go with Mob, Dirty, OG, and then Jester. Tell the Raider Nation how they can find y'all on social media.
For me, you guys can find me on Instagram at Raider_Mob_boss, or I also have a Raider Mob Boss Facebook page. For you guys that know me personally, you can catch me on my Facebook page at Kevin Guilford. Honestly, I've said this before. If you're one of those thousands of people that's sitting in my inbox right now waiting for me to accept you, the only reason I haven't accepted you is because I don't know you personally. Once I know you personally, shake your hand, give you a hug, then I'll let you in. Because my personal Facebook page is really about me, my family, and things like that. So don't feel bad or don't feel like I feel like I'm that important that I haven't accepted you yet. It's just that I haven't met you. So if you follow me on my other two pages, the Mob Boss pages, and then once you meet me personally, I'll let you in on my personal page. I love all you fans out there, every single one of you that wears a Raider shield. I got mad love for you guys. So that's what it is.
And I love everybody except the bandwagon fans. So Jersey's out on bandwagon fans. I don't love y'all. Y'all can just stay the fuck away, okay? Sorry, jump ship. Please jump ship.
Man, damn.
You know,
To you raw.
you know, I'm just going for real. Keep them motherfuckers away. Now, on the side note, yes, I'm the same way as Mob. I have my personal page, Facebook, Jersey Tucker. I'm maxed out, 5,000 friends. It's not that I don't want to accept people. It's that I'm already maxed out. And honestly, I don't use it for that any reason anyway. But if you want to follow what's going on out here in Vegas and what I'm doing and be able to, if you come out to Vegas at all, if I know you, if I don't, all you got to do is DM me on Facebook, on my fan page on Facebook at Raider Dirty Jers, or you can go to Instagram and it's Jersey Tucker. You can DM me easily on either one of those, and I can send you all the information if you want to see flyers, events going on out here, where to get discounts, cheap hotels, flights, the events and shows that are going on. I got discounts on those. So please don't be afraid. Anybody in the nation except you bandwagon fans, hit me up.
I love it.
Dirty Jers keeps it 100.
100.
100.
That's right. But I'm out here holding it down for y'all, and I want you to know Vegas is fucking awesome.
Yes, it is. 24 hours a day.
All right, OG.
Okay, so you can find me at OG Raider 805 Ray on IG. I'm not really with the social media, but I got that one.
That's all you need.
2021, fool. Welcome to 2021.
All right, Just the Raider. Let the Raider Nation know where they can find you.
Not really a social media.
Yeah, that's your boy Just the Raider. You can see me on Instagram and inbox me, talk to me, whatever. Instagram, JESTARAR, Just the Raider, like that on Instagram. And then I got my personal page, Travis Foster. But I'm like Boss said, if I don't know you like that, I'm not gonna add you. And then I got my Just a Raider fan page. It's Just a Space Raider on Facebook, and you can follow me on that too. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys just coming out and showing up and showing out at all the events that we do and that we throw. I'm looking forward to this Raider Nation Explosion #2. Numero dos is going to be off the hook. I can't wait to see what my boss and Eminem Productions got to show.
Same here, brother.
I got something for you. Trust me, I got something for all y'all, man. I got to make up for us not having it last year due to the corona, but I got something for y'all, man, and it's all going to be about love, and it's all going to be about unity and bringing us all back together as one nation of fans. We got something real special, man. Shout out to Tone. Shout out to Mike Mejia. I love you, brothers, for seeing the vision and making this stuff happen. So yeah, y'all get ready for Explosion 2, man. Get your tickets, get your flights ready and all that stuff as soon as the information comes out. Be the first one on it and get out here, man, because it's going to be a thing.
And special shout out to everybody that, came before us, because that's what this show was about, is the people that came before us and why we do what we do. So I just want to send a big thank you to all the, people that have been doing it longer than me, and anybody who is thinking about becoming a diehard Raider fan. Now is the perfect time.
All right, cool. All right, well, hey, I appreciate everything y'all did in Oakland for the Raider Nation, and I appreciate everything y'all are doing in Vegas beyond for the Raider Nation. So thanks for coming back on the Raider Homer channel. Looking forward to get y'all back on Monday Nights Live.
Appreciate you, Homer.
All right, cool. All right, y'all, have a good one.
You two have a blessed one.
All right, cool, Raider Nation. Make sure you find everybody on social media. Bob Boss, Dirty Jers, OG Raider Ray, and Just a Raider. Look, man, everybody does a lot of good things for the Raider Nation. Those guys are some of the leaders in the Raider Nation, guys and gal. So I'm looking forward to hanging out with them in the future, man. That flag unfurling was special. Thank you again, Houston Raider Steve, Raider historian. Appreciate that memory. All right, Raider Nation, man, we are moving right along here. We're going to hear from Raider Fan Radio next. Now, and these guys, A lot of y'all know who they are. We've been listening to their music. If you listen to Raider Nation music, Raider Nation radio, JT the Brick is playing their new song. You've heard. We heard the Raider Oath earlier. We were gonna hear from Raider Man and talk a little bit about Raiderhead and the musicians and whatnot. But unfortunately, that didn't work out. But hey, these guys have had such a huge influence on media and how to conduct yourself as far as being a media personality in the Raider Nation as a fan. So I'm looking forward to hearing from them. They've done a lot of great work. Let's go ahead and do it.